What's going on? Let's get straight into the video. All right, so today we're talking about how I scalp. A lot of you are interested in how to scalp. So I'm going to show you how I scalp. Very simple. This is a trade I actually took yesterday, and I am actually doing live scalping for my membership only. If you'd like to join, the link will be down below. I have my entire course there. First thing I do for scalping is the first thing you need to understand is that you're trying to take bites out of the market. So if you know there's going to be a move like this, you're only trying to capture a move like that. You're not trying to capture the entire move that you think will happen. You're only trying to take a bite out of the market. And this is very key because this will limit your probability of loss and increase your probability of winning. And that's what we're trying to do. So for example, this trade, I just took a little bite out of the market for a nice little 1.15 risk to reward. And it went on to go much, much, much higher, but I wasn't looking to grab the entire price movement. Now, yes, you could have. Yes, I could have made that money. Does it matter? No, because yesterday I made 1.5% on my account, and that was a significant amount for me, and I'm done for the day. You know, if I can do that every single day, make 1.5% every single day, that would be a very significant amount for me during the month. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to take these high probability trades to get the best outcome that I can, and the highest probability trades that I can. So it's important to take bites. Well, how do we know where to take the bite? Well, that's when we need to figure out, okay, we are basically trying to get the most optimized entry, which we did here, and then we're trying to get the most optimal exit. And the most optimal exit isn't somewhere up here. It's not even here. It's actually here. Not even at the high, right? Like, so when we didn't see this, we weren't trying to take profit at the very high. Now most people would be, at least bring it back up to the high. No, we're going to bring it back up to this high here. We're going to take our profit there, which we did. So we're just trying to take these small little bites out of the market. Well, why do we know price was going to come here? Well, I'll tell you why. Price was in this little uptrend going on, and I know this was a very likely area that price would come down to grab liquidity. If it didn't come down here and it kept going, that's totally fine too. We are only taking the high probability trade. So I told myself if price did come down here, it's highly probable that price would then reverse at least to an area up here. Well, why is that? Well, this is because this area already previously had some liquidity. When price tapped into these areas, we had a nice little push of bullish momentum off of that. And I knew the same thing was going to repeat itself here. And I knew that price wanted to go higher because obviously we broke all these highs here. So it's obvious to me that price wants to continue higher, and that since we know price wants to continue higher, we know that what does price need to do before it continues higher? Well, it needs to grab liquidity. Well, that's why price is always moving up and coming down, moving up and coming down. It's coming down to grab some more orders to move higher, to come down to grab some more orders to move higher, to come down and grab some more orders to move higher. That's exactly what it's doing. So I knew price had to come down and grab some orders to move even higher. Well, I knew if price came down here and grabbed some orders here, we would at least see a push to somewhere up here. We might not necessarily see a push. Well, we might not necessarily see a push all the way up here, but I do know we'd see a push here. Why? Why here? Because price has already come here before. Yes, price has come to this very high here before, but it's most likely that price will come to this high rather than that high. So at the very least, I knew we would see at least price come up here, and if not, reverse all the way down. I didn't know price was going to go higher, but I knew price would at least do that. And why would I know that price would at least do that? Well, because if price wanted to continue lower, it would have came down here, came up to grab some more liquidity up here, and then move down. So at least I'd be able to get the retracement of this trade. And I knew we also had a very bullish bias because of the way price was moving. As you can see, the MACD here, price was way more bullish here. And then as we came down here, as you can see on the MACD, we started to lose momentum. We were building momentum, but as soon as we hit this point here, we started to lose momentum. We started to move sideways, which is really good. And we moved sideways all the way to this point when, we've almost lost all momentum. So I knew bullish momentum was going to start kicking back in the market. So I took a nice little buy, and price went straight up into my take profit within, 20 minutes. So within 20 minutes of the day, I was up 1.5%. That's very good. Next tip I have for you is patience. So I started looking at the market this day around 9:30, which would have been about here. And we never actually ended up taking a trade till about 1 o'clock. Obviously I wasn't on the charts the whole time. I kind of stepped away for a bit and then came back, but it's really important to have patience because here I was also looking at to enter right here, but I never did. I held back because I wanted to see price push a little bit higher. Just because a trade is forming doesn't mean you should take it. That moves me to my next point. You need to factor in the downside of every single trade you take. So every time you take a trade, you need to ask yourself not only why it should go up and why this is a good spot to enter, but you need to also ask yourself why this is a bad spot to enter, why price might go down. So for this trade, I never really had too much opinion on why price should go down. This is why I took the trade. Now back here, I never took this trade where I originally wanted to enter because I told myself price barely broke above this high before returning down. We were very, very, very bearish. And as you can see, we're building momentum. So I'm not going to take a sell while you're in the middle of this, impulsive move down. Why would I take why would I take a buy there? It's not very likely. So I wanted the higher likelihood trade, which then turned out later. That's why I said patience is very key when you're trading. And now that also moves me to my next point. And my next point is about momentum. You need to pay attention to momentum. How strong are these pushes off of these zones? How strong is this push down into our zone? This is why I didn't take a buy here, because we had the strong push into it. We had lots of momentum. We were building momentum on the MACD. We don't want to take a trade like that. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of momentum. Momentum is building, but then we had to start seeing momentum start falling. So this would be a good place to take a sell. That's what we're always paying attention to, is momentum. Momentum not only with the candles, but momentum on the MACD as well. Here are my MACD style and inputs. Just any other MACD would work. It all works the same. So just really pay attention to momentum, how price is moving. Does it seem more bullish? Does it seem more bearish? Where are the stronger moves? Well, we have a strong bullish move here with lots of momentum. We have a more of an indecisive bearish move. We have more momentum here, but it wears off really quickly. As you can see, price was just trying to dip down into this liquidity before going higher, so we took a nice little buy there. Now for this trade, I did use Hanko Trade as my broker. If you'd like to use Hanko Trade as well, use my link down below. They have really good leverage, up to 500 leverage, and spreads as low as 0 pips. If you'd like to trade with them, go ahead. I highly recommend using them. My link will be down in the description. So that leads me to my last final point. Whenever I'm scalping, I'm always trying to look for the point of optimal entry. I don't look to enter in the middle. I don't like to enter in the middle between zones. I'm always looking for the most optimal entry. And where is the most optimal entry for me? Well, the most optimal entry spot for me is where the candle wicks are forming a lot. This shows liquidity. So you see these wicks here, 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 and this would be a wick considered here because price just dipped in and then came up immediately. All these wicks here. This shows there's a lot of liquidity in this area. What does that mean? There's a lot of money that's coming into the market in these areas. So obviously there's a lot of buying pressure that's coming in the market because we're having price move off of these areas. So I'm always looking to enter in the most optimal point of liquidity. So whenever you're taking trades, you want to be looking to enter where the liquidity is. You don't want to enter where there's no liquidity, right? Like over here, yeah, we might have a little bit of liquidity and you could choose to enter right here, but look, price would have just ran straight down. So you want to look to enter where most of the liquidity is, right? It's like here, for example. Here we had a lot of liquidity and notice how price just fell off of that, right? Here we have lots of liquidity. So you notice how price kind of moves down off of this zone. So as you look up, you can see where most of the liquidity is, right? You see a lot of liquidity here. If we marked out the zone, I'm sure price would react off of the zone up here. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you got a little bit more insight into how I scalp. If you want to get a deeper insight into how I scalp, every Wednesday I do a scalping session for my members only. It's going to be in the same membership where you get my course, you get live streams, and access to my scalping live. If you want to join, head over to my link, simpleforex.ca. You can join my membership there where I will do live streams. You can join that, and you can join my membership there where I do scalp live and live stream it. But yeah, other than that, hopefully you enjoyed the video.